I'm Patrick Spires Jacobson. I'm 7 years old from Orlando, Florida. I have cerebral palsy. Cerebral palsy is, it's difficult for kids to walk that has cerebral palsy like me. At CECO, I learned how to walk and be strong in my legs. I could walk all by myself now.
Having a child with special needs is very challenging for yourself, for your relationship with your family, your husband, and the community, because not everybody understands what you are going through in your daily life. But coming to CECO, you would never know that the children have disabilities because they come to CECO with a smile on their face every day. They come in the door, they are welcomed, they are greeted, they are loved. Their friends say hello, the staff says hello, the assistants that work with them, they make them feel welcome like they are in a typical school, not that they are the child that everybody is staring at.
The thing about conductive education is that she could have never gotten to the point where she's at now if it hadn't been for her. And the thing that I most appreciate is that not just the techniques that she's learned, but the attention and the love that she's gotten here.
And so it's just that they're so caring is what means so much to us and to Rachel.
Conductive education is different from therapy because, first of all, it's an intensive approach. Therapy usually happens only for a limited time, once a week for 30 minutes. Conductive education requires active participation from the individuals. Usually during therapy, the individuals are very often just participants in the session. And therapy usually focusing on one skill. In conductive education, we focus on the whole person.
I was impressed with the approach to combining the academic disciplines with what other people may think of as therapy, but it's not therapy. It's really a life skills approach to developing these children with, neurological challenges.
I think the benefits of integrating conductive education into a more typical or public educational system would be that, once again, it provides a more functional approach to motor opportunities within that setting. Oftentimes kids are transitioned in their wheelchairs because it's faster to do it that way. People get used to doing it that way, and I think that it really limits their opportunities to practice those skills to the times when they're seeing their occupational or physical therapist.
When I was 3 years old, my parents realized that I had a physical disability. They had no idea what my cognitive abilities were at that time, and there was a lot of advice that was given to them about actually a home for crippled children, which is the term that was being used back in the 50s. One of the problems is I was very inquisitive, and the nurses had to tie me down to a bed because I was getting into things, as a normal 3-year-old would do. So my parents came to visit one weekend. They were actually told to send me there, leave me there, and move on with their life. Fortunately, they didn't do that.
You get to a point where you realize that the system is controlling you, and you say, enough's enough. I need to control this process. Nobody is going to look out for my son the way we are going to look out for our son. And that's when it changed. That's when we really realized that we need to take control. We need to make a difference in his life because no one else is going to care like we do. It wasn't just about the kids, it became about the families. It became about what we did and what we created here at CECO for the parents and the family, because when you have a child with motor disabilities, you have to run them around all day long, and you come home and you got to sit there and do therapies, and you got to do these things, and it doesn't allow you to have a life or to take a breather, and it makes it very difficult. So what we've been able to do is to restore the family life of the families that come to CECO. And I think that's really what CECO represents. It's not only helping kids, but it's helping families to do better in the community.
CECO is a one-stop shop, in my opinion. They can bring a student in, the student can be evaluated both physically, emotionally, and cognitively, and a plan can be developed to maximize that student's abilities. Most people with a disability are a singularity. They're a unit of one in a sea of able-bodied people. That's usually the case. So when children or adults come to CECO, they see other people like themselves, and you create a community.
Our mantra is that it is possible, and that is in no way more embodied than the almost 100 people that come to work every single day here at CECO that believe it is possible for these children to be independent. It's possible for these adults to reach goals that they had never seen before. And it is possible for us to be able to help each and every person that walks into this door and to be able to give them something that they've never had before, which is a chance.